Hey, welcome to MAddOG'S After Show. You're along for the ride with the Mad Dog and Cole, the victorious Farrell.
We're all frills and no substance here.
I decided to fly through the air and live in the sunlight and enjoy life as much as I could, and that's just what I'm doing.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure? Stay calm.
And oh man, start another episode with those amazing, inspiring words from the incredible Mr. Evil Knievel, flying through the air, living in the sunlight, and enjoying life, man.
Yeah, and the reason we get to do that is because of our first responders and our brave men and women of our armed forces, including all of their families, all the MIA, all the KIA. Literally couldn't be doing here, sitting this flapping our gums if it wasn't for the amazing sacrifice of those men and women.
Yep, absolutely. And man, we're so grateful for everybody that wears, that good old American flag overseas and represents us. We're thankful for sure. And being thankful, we're thankful for our great partners, Kicker Performance Audio, of course, Bomber Eyewear, Assault Industries. We'll get more on that in just a minute. Shutter and Whirl Media, and Hey Keeks Marketing. Man, we have something a little different and something pretty exciting for you over here at the after show today. We have a returning guest, Marcelo from Assault Industries. And man, Assault, as well as being a great partner of ours, you guys have been just slaying it for as like the last 3, 4, 5 months, just dropping new product like crazy.
Yeah, no, we have. I mean, with the team that we've got, um, over Madison, I mean, we've got tons of engineers. I wish I could have you guys out there and check that place out because it is really impressive. But I mean, we're coming out with products every single day, every week, and we're growing our category lines. Really pushing hard on windshields, A-arms. Obviously we've come out with the axles. We've come out with so many cool products, and we're starting to get innovative again and creative. And we definitely want to be the leaders. So we're making that push.
Yeah, that's rad. And I know we've talked about the axles because, I follow the website. And when you guys release that, we talked about that a little bit. But man, at Super Show, and it seems like it was just yesterday, but that was a month and a half ago now, something like that, 2 months ago. You guys dropped a new mirror also, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, that thing's we launched it. It is one of the most badass mirrors out in the market. It's got turn signals, it's got integrated lights. It's a little bit bigger, it's stronger, it's brighter, it's all that, and it's cooler. So yeah, we're
Nice.
super excited to release that.
And it's got a really cool name too.
Yeah, Nighthawk V2.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
like Nighthawk? Ooh.
Yeah, no, it lights up the night, that's for sure. So, yeah, as you know, we always try to come up with some cool military names and kind of match the product with the military use, and that's where we came up with the Nighthawk. So, yeah, super excited. It should be on our website anytime soon here. And yeah, from what we've heard from all the people in the industry, customers, they absolutely love it. They love the size. They love how bright the light is. So yeah, super happy.
Yeah, that's cool. I know you guys have been just on a roll lately, and that's really rad. And you have been on the go, man. You did the our good friend Kane over at Kane's Appetite for Adventure. You were on the what they call it, border to border.
Border to border. Yeah,
Yeah,
Canada to Mexico. Yeah, I got to start off with everybody. I had to bail out for some personal stuff right in the middle, but then got back on. And luckily, I had Manuel that helped me start Assault with me. And I just bought that Pro R. That used to be Supers, and now it's over here on the West Coast, so using that. But we did, I forgot how many miles it was, but it was amazing. Went through some of the most beautiful country up in Idaho, going into Nevada right there, and then obviously a lot of the California desert. That's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, no, it was super fun. The car worked out great. The Pro R is an amazing, amazing platform. And then the car was assaulted with everything: the axles, tires, wheels, all the mirrors, and we had no issues uh, the entire trip, other than right before we hit Glamis, we snagged a rock and got a little side puncture. But other than that, it was a great, great trip.
Yeah, I happened to catch the crew as they were coming through here. They stopped for the night, and I was fortunate enough to sit and have dinner with them and get some of the trail stories. And I tell you, I was sure wishing I was on that ride.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. I was just texting Kane because he was actually asking for some content, some videos that we took. He's putting together his little video, and I just reached out and was like, "Hey, let me know when the next one is," because yeah, we love being part of those rides, and yeah, they're a lot of fun. And he really knows how to set the ride up, how to be a great trail guide, and everything always works out perfect with him. So it was
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
that's awesome. Yeah, man, it's of course, all around me with the kicker side by side, it's all outfitted with Assault, and I have Assault products, and so the brand is there. I think of you all the time because I see the product all the time, and we're you guys just keep pounding out new stuff and innovative stuff. Now you have a new wheel. I know you kind of like just brushed on that talking about the Pro R, but what's up with the new wheel? That's I've seen the pictures. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so we've released this actually, I want to say over a year ago. I just don't think it gets enough publicity, and I don't think people really know what this wheel's all about. The most important thing, it looks like a normal standard wheel, but it's actually is a beadlock. It's got this new beadlock technology, which is inside the rim. And so it's protected from rocks, any kind of element. The beadlock bolts have O-rings, so that you're never going to get that slow leak as you get with the traditional beadlock. It's lightweight. It's anywhere from like easily 20 to 30% lighter than a traditional beadlock.
Wow.
Installing tires on it makes it a lot quicker because you're not bolting down, or torquing down 30, 40 bolts. Yeah, and we've got them in, it's a 15-inch wheel. We've got them in 7-inch, 10-inch, in titanium, black. But I love it. I mean, like I said, we did that trail. It's such a good looking wheel. The lightweight, the innovative inner beadlock technology is amazing. And yeah, and again, they look good. They work great. So I'm trying to really push this wheel because I really love to stand behind our products, especially when we have something that's so cool. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why, yeah, I love talking about this wheel. And then the mirror obviously will be our next real cool push,
Yeah.
and some other stuff that you'll start seeing on the website here.
Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty innovative with the wheels. So you can, for those of you who aren't really familiar with a beadlock traditionally has an outer ring that bolts to the wheel and squishes, if you will, the tire bead between the inner wheel and the beadlock. And there's anywhere from usually 25 to 40 bolts that hold it in, depending on the size of the wheel and stuff like that. And the idea behind that is to keep the tire stabilized on the wheel so that if you're running low pressure, like you would rock crawling or in the sand, you don't have to worry about the tire coming off the wheel and going flat. So doing now, any of you that know what beadlocks are and have ever had to cut completely mangled beadlock bolts off and try and extract them from a wheel that you smashed into a rock or something, you've got to be thinking of this idea and going, I want a piece of that because I'm tired of cutting off busted bolts and all that. So pretty innovative.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and we did some some really good testing. I mean, we literally aired down a tire completely flat. We actually went on some, concrete street where we tried to rip that tire off and we couldn't. I mean, it
Nice.
is, yeah. So and it's the same kind of technology. It squeezes the bead against the rim, but we do it from the inside. So it's still in it, but we only have it. I don't quote me on this, but maybe 10 bolts, 12 bolts. I don't have the wheel in front of me, but
Right.
the installation is so much easier. What's great about it too, another good benefit is that if you ever want to air down for rock climbing, or if you're out in the desert, like I went out to Camp Razor with regular dirt tires, and to air down, instead of sticking a little stick inside the valve, I
Yeah.
literally just cracked the one of the bolts and got air coming out. I mean, it took me minutes, versus 10 minutes just holding a stick and trying to get all that air out. So there's a lot of good benefits to the wheel. Again, one of
Nice.
my favorites, the weight. I mean,
Yeah.
saving 25% on each wheel, it's quite a bit of weight savings on there.
Oh, for sure. And it's, I mean, unsprung weight, saving unsprung weight and rotational mass
Yeah.
is equates to the equivalent of adding horsepower for sure.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. For sure. For
Nice.
sure.
That's right. And I'm guessing they have a cool name also.
Yeah. They're the Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Yeah.
I love it. Man, do you come up with all these names by yourself? Or I know a lot of them you do, and I know you and Manuel bounce a lot of stuff off each other, but are there other people that you get involved in that, or?
It used to be I would just get on and try to relate the product to a military vehicle, a weapon.
Right.
So I would it would be Google names, but now we've got a team over in Madison that everybody starts to bounce out, and everybody throws a name in there, and then we vote, and there's a process to it. Everything has a process, but
Sure.
yeah, I mean, I'm still part of it. I still throw my 2 cents in, and I love it because it is, that is part of the fun of still being part of the brand, is that, hey, you know what, a lot of stuff bounces off of me, a lot of stuff comes from me, so I feel like it's still mine. I'm still bleeding yellow over here, and it's still my life, and I love it. And the team that I've got, or that I'm part of, because it's not my team, but we're all one team. It's amazing. I mean, that Lauren, you would be so impressed by all the engineers, the marketing team that we have, the production, even manufacturing there in Madison, Indiana. It is so impressive, and one of the reasons why I chose Lindsay and the family to let them take over the brand, and so. It's been a great ride. I love the products that we're finally able to come out with. And one of the big things that a lot of people don't know, I mean, we're backed by a huge company now, Dorman, which is it's I think the news has been out for
Yeah.
now. It's been over a year, but we've got so much good support, and it's such a big company that we're not going anywhere.
Right.
We're going to be able to keep pushing hard, and this brand, I mean, we're just barely scratching the surface. I mean, look out, we want to be the best UTV parts manufacturer in the world, and I think we're already there. So it's going to be fun. It's just going to get more and more fun after as the days go by, and yeah, you'll start seeing us flex our muscles, and yeah, going after it.
That's awesome. And You talk about Madison, Indiana, and the super team, the super ATV team, and it's got to be in a way a real blessing to you to be able to have that many talented engineers, development process, etc., where you can go, hey, I want to build this, and they all go, oh yeah, that's cool, let's do it, and start developing instead of having to kind of grind it all out yourself, all, kind of by yourself and develop stuff. Now you have a whole team that you work with that you guys are able to bounce stuff off and go, hey, how do we build a better product of this? How do we do this? That's got to be pretty cool.
No, it is. It is. I mean, that's like I said, that was one of the main reasons was that when I went and visited the shop, which hopefully I could get you and Cole to get out there one day and see it, visit it. Because, like I said, that when I walked in and I saw the facility, I saw the team, I saw the engineering room. They've had like 10 engineers, and and then just the R&D room with car lifts, and they had like 20 different vehicles in there. It was so impressive and massive that I just said, yeah, this is the type of company that I believe in, that I know could take this brand to the next level. And as when you're a small company and you start to grow, it gets harder and harder as you get more employees, as you need to make more products and invest. And I was at that level, and I think it was perfect timing for me. And yeah, so now it's like, hey, you know what, let's let's go after it. And yeah, let's just go kill it.
Well, and it's so great too because you've since the very first time I heard of Assault, when I met you personally, you are the face of Assault and always will be. And to have the power of a giant team behind you now frees you up to do more stuff too. I see you doing a bunch of cool stuff, and before I'm sure it was got to get to the office, and then it's go home and go to sleep, and got to get to the office, and now you're able to get out and have some fun, but also still be out there as face of Assault, and the big smile and the great personality, man. It's a big part of it.
Oh, thanks, Lauren. Yeah, you know what? It used to be go to work, go home, think about work, go to bed, lay in bed, think about part names and new products and
Yeah.
competition, and then go to sleep and then dream about how am I going to pay payroll and how's the industry and what new parts we want to make. But now it's like, yeah, you know what, I could actually shut my mind. Well, my mind never stops. My mind's always spinning. It's always thinking about things. But the best thing about it is that I've got, oh my God, it's my mom again. Sorry, but it's all right. But the best thing about it is that I've now, like you said, I could throw my ideas at everybody. I can actually, I could throw my ideas at them. I could sit there and go to all the events, which is really, really helping the brand. I think that's
Yeah.
what we needed to do. As we were going through these mergers with Dorman and us with Super, we kind of let off the gas a little bit at the events, coming out with products. But I think we're now caught up. We purchased HCR, so now HCR is part of our brand. So it's made my life actually great because I am able to go out. I'm able to go shake people's hands. I'm able to see what's going on in the industry. And at the same time, it's easy for me to get on a call from anywhere in the world and be like, all right, engineering team or marketing, this is what we need to do. This is what I see. This is what I saw. So yeah, it's definitely a win-win situation, and I love what I do and super lucky. Actually, I appreciate every day. I don't think about how thankful I am to have Super as my boss and being part of their team and letting me do what I love to do. So hopefully this will go on for many, many, many more years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we sure hope so. And it's a rad relationship, and always the cutting edge products, and so cool to see. And it's good to be a small part of the family. And one of these days I know we'd love to get out there and see the facility, and it's engineering development and putting things in motion, for as long as I can think. And then especially when I was with Muzzies, you know that was a big part of my life, and a part I really enjoyed was the R&D, the testing, the development, the stuff like that, so it's
Yeah. So it's funny I say that. I mean, testing. I mean, that's something I didn't even touch on, is that they've got so much testing equipment, especially like for our axles. I mean, they will put them at the extreme angles and run them for hours, for days, and see how high the temperature of the oil gets, and see if the oil breaks down, and they'll try to break the shafts. I mean, that's like there's so much testing there, and for the windshields and for everything. So
yeah,
it's they got their own little test track out there. It's really impressive. I mean, I'd love to share it because people don't know that.
right.
And I didn't know that. I thought they were just a little mom and pop shop, and when I went there, it's just like, wow. And we'll get you out there. We'll make this happen. I'll meet you over there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful little city, the Madison, Indiana. It's just really, really cool. It's its own little main street. It's really quite really, really cool to see.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
And speaking of product testing, so I saw the other day that Dawn is gonna be back to Baja. What about Marcelo and Manuel?
I would, you know what? That's something that I always want to do. It's an expensive race. I think it's one of those things that I got to talk to Super and go like, all right, hey, can we go do some marketing, go out there and win a race for the team, for the brand. It's harder for me to do those types of things just because it is a whole week.
Yeah,
More than anything, it's I just, it was expensive. I mean, it's about 15 grand just to do Nora.
yeah.
When, so if I could get some sponsors and have someone, let me do it, I would love to do it.
That's I always think about you guys in that general, and nobody thought you were going to make it through the first day, and you almost won it. So that was Nora, but still, it's a big race. I mean, it's still a big deal.
That's one thing, Lauren, that you just brought to my attention and made me remember that general. I mean, we had HCR on there, we had Assault tie rods, Assault, like everything on there,
Yeah.
and then the brand. We had the general, which is it was a great platform, but that thing made it the whole 1,000+ miles without any issues. I mean,
Yeah.
we did really, we had one guy that at the end came and hit, like literally just sideswiped us and hit us really, really hard, front tire. We had a little issues there, but other than that, it was, dude, we had so much fun. We were averaging about 60 miles an hour, 70, not the fastest, but we made it, and we made it to the end. And I still have that general. I still love that general. Yeah, and it was fun. I gotta see if I could do that again.
Yeah, I'd love to see you guys do that again. That'd be awesome. That's that would be so cool. But yeah, so we're everywhere, but I do want to make sure, we just had our last episode was kind of a SEMA recap, and we talked about some of the new stuff from Kicker coming out. So I want to make sure we got some of the new stuff from Assault. So let's hit on the axles you guys released a little bit ago. There, because I read the spec. I don't remember all the specs, but um, with what you were just talking about their testing facilities and stuff, it reminded me that, we need to hit on that a little bit.
Well, look at they did so well in testing. Their other axles, they only warranty them for 2 years. These had got slapped with a 3-year warranty just because they were so strong and they couldn't break them. They couldn't get them to fail. They had this proprietary grease in them that held up. The grease is like virtually waterproof. God, I'm trying to think of all the thing. It's a 4340 chromoly steel shaft. It's just that axe. It's just it is definitely like a standard axle times 2 in strength. I mean, it is just a really, really strong axle. We've got racers racing in them, in testing. We just finished the Baja 1000 without one axle being broken.
Wow.
Yeah, Von Metal, he was one of the guys that runs our axles. We got Risk running our axles. And yeah, there's a lot of testing going on. I ran them on the Canada to Mexico. I've had them on all 4 corners, never had any issues. Went to Glamis. So yeah, I mean they are by far, I would say, one of the top 3 axles in the market, and for the money, actually the number 1 axle that bang for your buck. So it's a great axle, super strong. And again, the grease has been reformulated just for the high temperatures of all these high performance cars. Actually, we had a drag racer, Don. Oh, man, I just got some numbers from him. But one of those big horsepower machines, and he ran it and had no issues with them. So yeah, it's a great axle, and they look cool. And that one's called the Phoenix axle, and yeah, super happy with it.
Nice. What else have you got going? What have you been like? What's up and coming? I mean, by the time this comes out, Thanksgiving will be gone, and we'll be heading towards Christmas. But is there a lot of winter desert riding coming up for you? Stuff like that?
Yeah, you know what? I've got a couple of Glamis trips going out with family and friends during the holidays. And then next year, we're talking already about King of Hammers. So that's just right around the corner. I mean, Christmas comes and goes, and all of a sudden we're back at King of Hammers and doing all the events again. But I am a desert guy. I love the desert. I love Johnson Valley. I love, I do love Glamis too. So, um, but but when you get to do the rides like with Kane and you go through forests and the country, and it's what I always tell people is that it's amazing that we're in this industry, because what are we, like 5%, 10% of the world that gets to see places that no one else is going to be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with our products, it gets you there and gets you back without any problems. So
Which
it's
you gotta, that's a huge part of it, is getting there and getting back without problems. Makes for a much better trip.
yeah. And that was one of the reasons why Assault was born. We wanted stronger A-arms. We wanted stronger tie rods. We needed mirrors. The industry needed mirrors, and we were able to come up with the best solution. And we still have the best solution for mirrors out there. And that's probably one of the proudest products that we developed is our mirrors. I mean,
Yeah.
you look everywhere, and I mean, there's similarities to our mirrors, and it makes me proud that, hey, we made such a badass mirror that many features were looked at, and I don't know if I want to say copied, but it influenced a lot of that look out there that's out there right now. So
Right. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I've been running them for years, and have yet to. I broke one rear view mirror, um, that was my fault, over tightening the bezel that holds it together.
Yeah.
But But other than that, I've, knock on wood, never broken one. Um, and I bounced them off of all kinds of stuff. So, it's when I'm riding, when I was riding in Oregon and riding out here, I don't worry much about the terrain around me. It's you know, it's one of those things. You know how it goes. You just want to ride.
Yeah. No, touching back on the mirror part of it, I don't know how many times, just because I go to so many events and I meet so many people, and people come up to me, but I've seen mirrors that are first generation, with the old bezel, and they still look great and they still
Yeah.
function like day one. That's one of those things that, and then I got racers. Oh yeah, I flipped my car, and you know what? We turned it over, and the mirror was perfect. And we're like, yeah, it was folded in, but you know what or at the worst, it just breaks the glass, and they replace the glass, and they've got a brand new set of mirrors again.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I get super excited, talking about Sound Sport. We've got so many customers that come up to the booth and be like, hey, you guys make the best products. We're so happy. You never had an issue. We love your products. And, that's what keeps the blood flowing, Lauren. That's what keeps the energy going. And it makes life great right there. Our customers, our industry, all the friends, everybody in the
Yeah.
industry is really, really, really cool. So life is good. Life is good.
That's awesome. Yeah, and like you said, and we touched on, I mean, you've got this whole engineering team now and R&D team that you get to work with, that you can come up with whatever idea you want, and all you guys can work on it together to make it a reality. So that's pretty dang cool too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. It makes my life, it allows me to do more things for the brand.
That's awesome.
It allows me, and it allows me to have fun. It allows me to go out and touch more customers. It allows me to get the brand out there and be creative with the team and let the team take over and see the vision and just, get the brand to be the leader and stay as the leader.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Getting to the top is not as hard as staying at the top, that's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's absolutely right. Yeah,
Takes a
yeah.
lot of dedication and hard work to stay at the top for sure. And that says a lot for your drive and your love for the brand for sure. And man, we're so lucky to, have you guys as a partner and all use your products. And I was working on something the other day, and I had to get my assault tool bag out, and I keep it mounted to the razor, and um, I had to get it out because seems like I didn't have the torques I needed, and there it was in the assault kit, which super nice kit you put together.
Thanks, Lauren. That's another one of those products that I was so happy with. And I always say this and I tell everyone, I was always the guy that would never carry any tools. And I was the guy, hey, do you have a screwdriver? Or, do you have, yeah. So,
I remember those days.
yeah. I mean, because there's guys that just love to be prepared. And I was always like, get in the car and just drive. I just wanted to drive. And, my life is so stressful with running, businesses and kids and all that, and trying to come up. So like, I just like my thought was get in the car, drive, and get back. But after I got that toolkit and we developed it and we put every tool that we needed in there, I don't know. Like now I use it at the house too. So I have one.
Yeah.
So like when I go work inside and I got to do some plumbing or put some, I just take the whole, everything's right there. I don't have to go back down to the garage, grab another tool, go back up. And then I put it right back in the tool bag, and it makes life like it's great.
Yeah.
And then out in the desert, yeah, you just lay it out and you're working on your, flat tire or your, something you're taking off a clutch cover. You could just use that as like a floor mat. You don't lose anything anymore in the dirt or in the sand. And you don't lose tools because if that slot is missing, you know that tool's not there, and you look for it before you close it up. And so, yeah, super proud of that product. And I think, yeah, it's one of those products I think everyone needs to have. It rolls up really small. I mean, I put mine right between my back seat and the firewall of the Razor. It fits perfectly in there. It doesn't bounce around, and it's always there, always there.
I hang mine off of the crossbar that the front seat belts are attached to
Okay. Yeah.
in the Razor between the front and back seats.
Oh, that's actually yeah, that's a great idea too.
Yeah, with the easy adjust straps, man, I just loop it over that bar and pull it tight, and it stays there nice and tight. And even people that are snooping around the car never see it. Like, I never worry about it disappearing at an event.
That's funny because that's, yeah,
just sits right there, you know?
that's why I like it between my back and my seat, because you really don't see it. And yeah, and I love that. And that's another, it's another feature right there that I didn't touch on. It's like it's so easy to put this anywhere because of the size, because it's round and it rolls up. I mean, yeah, you could put it pretty much on any roll part of the cage with the straps that you're talking about. So
yeah,
no, yeah.
I know. Cole, where do you put yours?
Mine stays right behind my driver's seat in my truck. It's always with me. It's something that I have tried to replicate for years, and I could not hit the price point, the convenience, the style, the quality. These big desert trips, I always used to keep a big box in the back of my truck. Well, same thing. If you run in to go get a drink in the gas station or whatever, it's sitting in the back of your truck. Well, now it's all nice and tight behind the front seat there. And like you guys said, you don't see it. So it's really a remarkable product.
And
thanks.
You've already got to use yours. I know yours is relatively new, but I think I saw a picture you sent me the other day from the race shop working on the buggy, and I think I may have seen your tools in the background there.
Well, we just just inherited a new race buggy, and the owner we bought it from, there was these two straps right in front of the pedals. And I go, "What's this for?" And the owner of the car goes, "I think it was a tool roll." And I go, "Hang on a second." And guess what? Of course, the Assault one fit perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and order another one of those for the race car.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
they're super handy. And that's something, we don't, like, people, like you said, people don't really think about it a lot. They jump in the car and go, or they load the car and get excited for the trip. And if you find a spot like behind the driver's seat or behind the back seat or hanging off the cage, I never think about it. And then I think I was at where was the last event I had the kicker Razor?
Must have been at the sand drags, huh?
It was at Moto Beach Classic.
That's right.
On Huntington Beach. And the track builder's like, "Hey man, do you have a hammer?" And I'm like, "I might have one in my trailer, but it's way over there." I'm like, "Oh, hold on a minute. I got one right here." And I rolled it, and there's a ball peen hammer, and he was like, he ended up using it to to put the pegs in the start gate. So, it was, he was like, "Man, that's a really great kit." So I told him where to find it and told him to give me my hammer back and not touch my tools. And
Hey, you know what though? I do actually like now when people need something. I'm like, "Oh, I got it." I've handed out my tool bag so many times on these trips now. I'm like, "Oh yeah, what do you guys need? I got it right here." So
yeah,
yeah. So that is one of those products that, again, I never ever had the tools. Now it's like I've got everything is in there to take that car apart. Everything.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Volkswagen rails or Volkswagen race cars. So
that too.
Not the intended purpose, as you know. It doesn't say on the website it'll fix your buggy, but hey, it's a great kit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a multi-use tool bag. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, everyone should have one, really. I mean, they're just so my I had to make a trip recently with the truck, and I really like the fact that I could lay it down on the floorboard in my truck when I was parking overnight at hotels and stuff, and people wouldn't know what the heck was there.
Right.
Um, and I knew when I got to where I was going, I was going to need it a little bit, and so yeah, it was awesome. So I was very grateful. It was very thoughtfully put together. You did a really good job of like looking at the broad horizon of what you might need.
Well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean that was the main purpose of that tool bag, was to make sure every size, every tool, that if you're broken down, you're gonna have it in that tool bag. And then we left the space. We got a little Ziploc pouch that if there's any specialty tools that you need, you could throw them in there. And there's room, for a clutch belt. Uh, Tool. I mean, there's plenty of room in there. So I got a tire gauge in there. I've got some gloves that get rolled up in there. So yeah, no, again, it's a great product. We're the quality's really good, and it's the price point, like Cole said, it's really I mean, it's a no-brainer. I think everyone should have it, and if you've got one for your UTV, for your truck, just leave it in your truck or your home. Yeah, it
Yeah,
it makes life a lot easier, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm sure it'll look good up there too on the front of the race buggy, Cole. So that's pretty ingenious thinking. Somebody, I'm sure back in the day that buggy probably had the old leather tool bags or something strapped in there. So
Probably just an extra pair of shoes to start walking home.
that's very possible too. It is Volkswagen powered.
That's funny. That's funny.
So, man, oh man, Marcelo, what else you got? We should probably start wrapping up. I didn't want to make this too long, didn't want to take up too much of your afternoon, but you got anything else you want to highlight while we're here?
No, we got the mirrors. I mean, that's going to be our next really big launch. So, and a lot of people saw them at the Sand Sports Show. We'll be announcing them here really soon. We've got A arms coming out. We just released them for the Mav R. We got them for the X3. Um, the windshields. I mean, we got some really cool looking half windshields, full windshields, glass windshields. So we're making a big push, and they're not just straight plexiglass. It really looks like an F-18 cockpit, the way we form them. It helps reduce a lot of wind. I mean, almost like 20% more than just the regular flat glass. So, I mean, everything we do, there is a purpose. It's not just let's make it look cool, but it's either engineered or designed to be stronger with the design we put into it, or there's a function for it, like the wheels and all that. But we got bumpers. We're working on bumpers. I mean, we've got. There's so, Lord. We would probably need another hour because I could. I mean, I would love to keep talking and.
Right.
But yeah, it's all I could say is that hey, we're back on just the pedals to the metal. We're pushing hard, and 2026 is just right around the corner. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, Lauren. We've got I mean, almost 800 part numbers now for Assault.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got, again, we're getting really heavy into bumpers, A-arms, soft goods, wheels, mirrors, lights, axles. I mean, there's nothing that's stopping us, and we're just going to keep coming out with more and more products. We're going to keep improving. We're going to keep innovative. We're going to be the leaders. We're going to be the strongest, the baddest. We're going to be the best. And you know what? It pumps me up. I love it. We got the best brand out there, and we've got the greatest supporters and customers in the world. So this is super, super fun. I love doing this stuff. Lauren, you're a great friend, and we've been, I've known you for many years. We even have the same taste. Look at that.
Right. I know.
Right. I love it. I love it. So, no, I appreciate the time. I appreciate everybody that's listening and that's, always been a supporter of mine, that understands who I am, because integrity is one of the most, it was one of the things that my dad said is that, you know what, you've got to be able to wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and know that you're doing things right. And
Yep.
that's, it always stuck with me. And I try to do that. I've done many, many handshake deals, try to be as honest as I could. And with the products, the same thing, always try to make the best. And you know what, if we ever do screw up or something isn't designed right, we'll always fix it. And then one last thing I'll just say is that our warranty with, now with Super and Dorman and, the Assault line, it's the best out there. We will take care of our customers. Our customers are our number one priority, to make sure they're happy, make sure they're safe on the trails, make sure they get out, get back in, and are able to do it again. So with that being said, I appreciate you, Lauren. I appreciate everybody listening. And, Assault Army, baby.
Assault Army for sure.
Yes.
And, get out, have fun, and have the tools you need to get you back out of wherever you are if you have a problem, for sure.
Yes.
So, yeah, great products. Marcelo, appreciate you, love you. Thank you for being on again. And, it's exciting to hear what's coming and what you haven't said. Or haven't named that is coming, but you've hinted is in development. So I know there's a lot of cool stuff in the pipe, and all our great people, they can find Assault Industries on Facebook, at Assault UTV on Instagram, and Assault IND, that's Assault End .com on the interwebs. Right, Cole? Did I do that right?
You nailed it.
Good memory.
Yeah. Whew. Whew.
That afternoon coffee. Synapses are firing.
It's that, you know what it is? It's double
Oh.
strong, double shot on ice. So,
I love it. I love it. So
yeah, it's winter, but I kind of was just feeling the iced coffee this afternoon. So with that, man, Marcelo, thank you so much. It's great seeing you. Great talking to you. Folks, get out to an event. If you have not met Marcelo in person, get out there. Say, hey, Marcelo, I saw you on the after show, man, or whatever. And get a good solid handshake and check out some of their killer products. He's going to be, sounds like you're going to be at even more events this year. So, or in 26.
Yeah, 26. I'm going to push harder. I've got, this year was tough. Just personal level, losing my dad, going through some other personal stuff that has been really, really tough on my life. But just got to put that stuff aside and just push harder. And I am going to be at a lot more events, doing a lot, with Kane, doing a lot more rides. So going to try to get a lot of content out there. And again, just keep that Assault Army growing, building, and just taking over the world.
Awesome.
In a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about it, and we're kind of hoping we may be able to find a way to do one of Kane's Barstow to Havasu rides next year. So,
well, if you do, let me know, and I would love to tag along.
Yeah, I got to touch base with Kane and see what we can get worked out. It's tough because Cole has one of those dumb real job things. So
That's always that's a problem. But it would be kind of cool to do a live podcast while you're on the road and stopping at different places and situations that arise on the trip, and that'd be kind of cool. That'd be pretty fun to do, I think, and be interesting to watch too.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think it'd be a lot of fun, and if you've never heard the two of us in a car together, that would be an experience and a lot of fun. So we're getting the stuff together to start doing some more live stuff. So that's exciting also. And with that, Marcelo, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Um, any special shout outs or anything other than Marcelo's mom? We got to say hi to Marcelo's mom. And I apologize that he had to ignore your phone call for a second while we wrap this up. But Mom, we love you. And beyond that, Marcelo, what else you got?
Yeah, again, just thank you to our customers, our fan base, you guys, everybody in the industry, and to the OEMs that allow us to keep this going. Yeah, if I couldn't, Polaris, Can-Am, I mean, everyone, the Yamahas, the Segways, all these all these OEMs weren't out there. It would be tough to do what we're doing, and it'd be terrible for all of us that love to go out and ride. And so I got to just do a big shout out to them and for coming out with these badass machines. And and then again to Super Dorman, my boss Don, Don Higby, that guy is he's a monster. I mean, you had him on the show. I mean, there was so much stuff I learned just from that show. I mean, he is, So, but yeah, he's a great guy, and he allows me to do all this stuff. So a great shout out to him. But yeah, and then to you, Lauren, you and Cole, man, I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate you, buddy. And we will see you soon. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And when you need that desert riding, fix, head out this way.
Yeah, I will. I know. I got a place out in Havasu. I didn't even go this year. So I've got, I know. Life. Yeah. Trust me. I'll be out there. 2026 is going to be a different year. So it'll be good.
I look forward to it. We get together. Drinks are on me.
All right. I love it.
Or Cole, maybe.
Or both of us.
Or both of us. Thanks, Marcelo.
Thanks, Marcelo.
No, thank you, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Seriously do. Thank you.
You bet. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you guys.
I mean, the man has so many good ideas, whether it's products and now live podcasts. I mean, where does the genius stop,
Right. And he's so passionate about the brand and about the product and the quality of product. You love to see that because there's not enough of that in this world anymore.
No. And what is so awesome about working with all of our partners, but, Assault for today, especially, is it's such an easy company to point to and say they're of good quality. You would never worry about an Assault product going on a friend or family's car. It's going to be good stuff. And I mean, shoot, look at Marcelo's a desert guy. He hates walking home. He's got a family. He's got a business to run. So yeah, the parts that you're going to get from Assault, they've been tried and tested.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's such a rad dude too, just a good friend.
The best.
And I hope he makes it out here more. I miss seeing him, running into him all the time. So, man, with that, we better wrap it up. We're up on time. Huge thanks, of course, to Assault Industries, Assault UTV, Assault ATV, Assault Off-Road Products for all your premium off-road accessories and products. Hit them up, Assault IND, that's assaultind.com, or on Instagram at Assault UTV, or Facebook, Assault Industries. Of course, Kicker Performance Audio, Kicker Marine Audio, Kicker Off-Road Audio, Kicker Motorcycle Audio, Kicker Truck Audio, Kicker Monster Truck Audio, whatever you need, man, hit them up. Kicker.com, on Instagram at Kicker Audio, Facebook, Kicker, YouTube, Kicker Audio, every other Tuesday night live on their Kicker Unmasked Live TV show, where they're getting you in to all the nitty gritty of car audio, and any question you have could be answered there. Kicker Unmasked Live every other Tuesday night, 7:30 Central, on all their social media channels. Of course, Shutter and World Media for all your video and photo production needs, from pre-production, post-production, all the way through. You need TV commercials, she's got you. You need still photos, you want portraits of your pooch, she's got you. You want portraits of your cat, she's got you. You want portraits of your pet camel, she's got you, and she will travel. Shutter and Whirl Media. Find her on Instagram at Shutter and Whirl, and click on the website in the bio. Of course, Hey Keeks Marketing for all your website social media needs. Hey Keeks has you covered. You can find her online at heykeeks.com or on Instagram at Hey Keeks Marketing. Of course, my dude Cole and the Premix Podcast and myself, man, we're out there. I'm not thanking myself. I'm thanking Cole, by the way. That sounded a little pattish on the backish. I'm just saying, if you have an event you need announced, an event you need an MC group, an event you need a DJ, I'm pretty sure we could DJ something also. Or you want to book us, get a live podcast from your event, slide into our DMs over on our social media at AFTR_podcast. That's on Instagram, or Mad Dog Media Marketing on Facebook. Send us a message. We'll check our calendars, see if we can get you booked in. Hit us up. Cole, do the speech.
Make sure to rate, review, subscribe on your favorite streaming platform.
Dude, beautiful.
No voice
Absolutely
crack today,
beautiful.
baby. Woo!
No voice crack. Nailed it. Oh, man. With that, man, I just want to say, God bless you, our fans. God bless our first responders. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Mad Dog out.